Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. It's Champions League Day. Well, a lot of stories trending in the world of sport that we are bringing to you on this sports show. Well, I'm Adeni Ajishafel, linking you up with sports stories today, and we'll be talking with a lot of stories trending. MPFL, Nigerian Football Federation, to give courses to the referees in Nigeria ahead of the MPFL. Also, to let you know that a youth fund under 15 football competition will be coming up. It's already taking place in Bauchi State. Champions League will also be highlighted today as we are on the show Sport 360. I'm in the studio with Olawale Ayeni. Good to have you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's Champions League Day and a lot of stories trending out there. We just have to start from the home scene. Let's look at our own sports story. If we don't talk about our...
Nobody will definitely talk about it.
So let's look at MPFL, Nigerian Football Federation, to organize fitness tests for Nigerian referees. Talking about this particular referee fitness test, I think this is a very good one because the MPFL is, at least the news is already going around that MPFL will be starting, although we don't know the actual time, but right now the NFL referee committee right now saying they want to conduct fitness test for the referees and also seminar to let them know what those things they need to know concerning refereeing games, and also to keep fit ahead of the MPFL.
No doubt about it. This is the normal ritual that the NFF and in line with the committee of the Nigerian referee get to do every year ahead of the start of the NPFL. No doubt about it. It's not going to be any different ball game. It will be actually be hosted here in Abuja, and referees from all over the country will actually be coming in for that particular training. But beyond that, we know that over the years there have been clamor from the referee themselves that they have not been paid, their match, indemnity, getting to, officiate game in the NPFL, and at the end of the day, they didn't, get to get their money. I think the NFF need to actually look into that because they have been, the referees have been whole backlogs of salary over 5 years and thereabout. But when you approach the NFF to actually talk about it, nobody will actually come in nobody will actually come through to talk about it. They will actually tell you that they have been paid and all that. But that is why we get to see some bad call in the MPFL. You see some calls that some referees will make, and at the end of the day you'll be wondering, is this referee supposed to be getting to officiate the MPFL matches? But due to their poor welfare package, I think that is why we're actually witnessing some bad officiating in the MPFL. No doubt about it. That actually has created the rooms for hooliganism in the match day venue, where you see fans getting to want to beat up referee. We saw that in the last season. A whole lot of match day venue, we see referee being beaten by football fans left, right, and center, and all that. So, at this point in time, NFF need to look into the welfare of the referees, ensure that that is actually taken into cognizance. We should actually put their welfare in the front burner, not in the back burner, because that's actually we show that your league is improving. Because when you have good officiating, it shows that your league is actually improving, and that will actually attract investors coming into the league. It's also sad at this point in time we don't have a definite date for the MPFL, because at this point in time the English Premiership are already in match day 10. Other matches in Europe are already, even South Africa already in match day 10. I'm so sad at this point we don't even have a definite date. And believe me, that was the same thing that happened during 2018. Russia was supposed to start the MPFL. We started at some point when the Russia game started. The league was being abandoned to go for the World Cup, and at the end of the day, when we actually came back, they couldn't actually finish the league. They had to finish the league with PPG, points per game. That actually brought Plateau United,
and that caused a whole lot of issues.
Of course, now. We have the Nations Cup coming up in January and February and thereabout. You will see that the LMC will actually get to abandon the league and also go for the Nations Cup. And when we come back from the Nations Cup, that is when we now start scrambling.
And it's becoming a norm now. It's
becoming a norm at this point in time, and that actually reflects our performances when it comes to the continental stage. Looking at our outing during this last preliminary, and you see how shambolic and
the teams
actually played. It just Ayimba and Rivers United are still remaining. They are actually playing to see if they can actually qualify for the group stage. So as it is now, when it comes to football in Africa, when it comes to league football in Africa, Nigeria is not even rated in the best 5 league. We are actually not rated in the best 10. You can imagine a country like Sudan, a country like Zambia, a country
having
like Tanzania,
a better organized
having
league.
a better league than us, and we call ourselves the giant of Africa. I'm pretty sure that those in Helm of Affairs, talking about the Nigerian Football Federation and LMC, they're not really doing the right thing. You can imagine we don't even have a league sponsor. That's why we don't really have a flag league sponsors when it comes to the Nigerian league. But you can see the likes of Tanzania league that have been shown on the DSTV. I wonder why I only can't be showed on. So it just shows the level of commitment that our football administrators.
Now let's look at, as we talked about, the referee course now. For fitness tests and also seminar on to keep them abreast of all the happenings in the world of refereeing games. FIFA, they come up with different rules, and they need to be abreast of also those rules. And as it is right now, they just have to look at how the refs will be at their best, talking about their physical ability, strength before the event, before MPFL starts. But as it is right now, we don't even know when it's starting. But someone said, okay, now that they want to take the fitness test, that shows it's coming up.
MPFL is coming up. That's true. No doubt about it. I just read somewhere from a trusted source that the LMC has actually proposed November 25th to actually start the NPFL. No doubt about it. For the referees to actually keep in shape is the normal thing they should actually keep in shape. But the referees themselves should not actually wait for this kind of opportunity for them to actually get to keep in shape. They to ensure that regularly they keep in shape for their fitness, and also for the development of the league. The referee association in the country, you need to actually update the referees regularly, not just maybe when the season wants to start, regularly, because the football rules gets to change with time. So at this point, those in charge of the referees association, they should actually do what is right to ensure we have a proper officiating when the MPFL starts.
Good one there. Coming from Olawale Ayeni, we've been talking about Nigerian Professional Football League, NFF, trying to organize fitness tests for Nigerian referees, for them to keep fit ahead of the MPFL season that will be starting. So although we don't know the actual time, but so far they've come up with the idea that the referees should take a fitness test and also take some seminar on all the new rules that FIFA has so far issued. Good one coming from MPFL, NFF there. Hopefully, Nigerian league will start and we will bring to you all those happening in the world of football in Nigeria. Now, let's move straight to talk about Under 15 Youth Fund. Youth Sports Federation of Nigeria Under 15 competition is taking place over there in Bauchi. Tagged Dr. Aisha Bala Muhammad's Under 15 football tournament is taking place in Bauchi. About 20 states right now. They are participating. It has started like a joke, and the young lads out there are playing, enjoying their football.
Of course, no doubt about it. The development of football actually, with all with the level of grassroots sports that you have in the country, no doubt about it. Sports in Nigeria, we need to actually develop the grassroots, because not only developing the grassroots, we need to actually have a database for all these players as they are growing.
As they are growing,
because we don't, as it is now, we don't really have a database for under 15 or under 12. We have to have that database so that as they keep progressing, we know that at this particular time, that in this age grade, so that we will not have the issue of going to under 17 and having to fill an MRO test and all that. So at this point in time, no doubt about it, it's a good game. For Bauchi State, getting to host that one, the first lady talking about Aisha Bala Mohammed is a good one. She's actually reaffirming her commitment to the development of youth and also to football right there in that state, because as it is, no doubt about it, 20 states from the Federation of converging to Bauchi. It actually place Bauchi in the world map, and also encourage other people around Bauchi to actually give their interest when it comes to football in that part of that state. So I feel it's a good one. We hope that we see the lives of new JJ Okocha coming from that tournament. So for me, by and large, they should have a database for those players as they are going forward.
Good one. Now let's look at the fact that these under 15 players are really enjoying themselves in Bauchi because of the fact that they've been given the platform to showcase their skills and to let you know that grassroots sport talents are in different places in Nigeria, and we just have to harness it. And that's why such events is actually organized, and we hope that the best will be discovered there, and they will be given the opportunity to represent this country in other competition that will be coming up later. Good one there. Under 15 football competition taking place in Bauchi State. Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria, in conjunction with Dr. Aisha Mohammed Balade. Good one. And now let's leave that grassroots sports story. Now let's move straight. So another story is trending in the world of football in Nigeria. Recently, the NFF president Amaju Pini said they have been talking with Odion Ighalo. Now it has been confirmed from the list released yesterday by the Nigeria Football Federation, Coach Gano Raw, listing him as one of the players that will be playing against Liberia and also Cape Verde in the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Looking at the list on the screen there, you have the likes of Francis Uzoho, Maduka Okoye, Daniel Akpeyi. Looking at the defenders, Truce Ekong is there, Leon Balogun, Kenneth Omerio, Ola Aino. In the midfield, you have Wilfred Indidi, Joe Aribo, Alex Iwobi, Frank Oyenka. While the forwards, you have Victor Osimhen, Ahmed Musa, Kelechi Iheanacho, Unuachu. Then you have Ighalo, the man that has been the subject of discussion all across Nigeria now. People are wondering why Ighalo now. What does he want in the Eagles? The likes of Awoni, as you saw now, Taiwo Awoni has been dropped, and a lot of others too will not be able to have their chance if this particular trend continues. Now, Olawale, looking at this particular issue, Ighalo is back to Eagles, and a lot of news going around that a lot of people are not happy with the fact that it's back to that list. Is it that we don't have players? You have a lot of young players that are doing well in their club and also for Nigeria. Now, Ighalo is back.
For me, it's a mixed feeling because we know that, no doubt about it, Ighalo is a good player, is a good striker, but at this point in time, he's 32 years old and he's getting, to the last day of his career, playing football at this point. He plays for, certainly talking about Saudi Arabia League. He has played, 10 matches this season. He has scored 9 goals for his Arabia. I'm not trying to say he's justifying, his return to the national team, but of course we have, younger players who are actually doing well in their various clubs. Talking the likes of Taiwo Awoni, he has scored 7 goals in 9 appearances for Union Berlin. He's a striker that we need to actually bring him to the national team at this point in time. I saw him playing against Central African Republic at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in the last match. He came close in scoring a goal in his debut for the Super Eagles, but just so sad that he actually missed that particular goal by just some slim inches in front of goal. But for Ighalo coming back after retiring from the national team in 2019 after he actually won the highest goal scorer in the AFCON.
Let me quickly take you back. If you recall, after the World Cup, he had issues with the fans. He said because the Nigerians were attacking his family, so he pulled out. Came back, and now he pulled out again. Now he's coming back. Come on, he's becoming something that a lot of people are like, what do you want?
Of course, because he actually started his career playing for the national team in 2015, and he has made about 35 appearances. He has scored about 16 goals thereabout. So let's just say 1 goal per 2 matches. Any day.
So my question is, what's the point he wants to prove? What's the point NFF wants to prove? Is it that we don't have players good enough to play as a striker? That's why they are bringing, because they mentioned experience. But all this while that it wasn't there, we've been winning matches. Yes, I agree we lost again Central African Republic, but sincerely, without Ighalo, Eagles can still move well. Of
course, without Ighalo, Eagles can actually play, but they can actually beat any country at this point in time in Africa. Because when you look at the front line of every country in Africa at this point, we have the best Victor Osimhen is actually banging in goals week in, week out for Napoli. Same thing as Paul Onacho is doing for his club, and when he also is doing for his club. So you have like three striker that can actually fit in for the Super Eagles at any given time. So for me, Ighalo coming to the national team, we all know that is the politics, actually going on within the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF. Even some ex-international like Mutu Adepoju has kicked against Ighalo coming back to the national team. Also, so many people, even the fans, have actually rejected him coming back to the national team because at this point in time, he does not really have that stamina. For me, he does not really have that stamina that he will actually play from the blast of the whistle to the end of the game. Ighalo can't do it. That is why Manchester United just
have to let him go.
Just have to let him go for a certain Cavani also. So I feel at this point in time, maybe he's just trying to come back and relaunch his European, club, outing at this point in time, because an European club will not want to buy you if you are not actually playing for the national team. So maybe he's trying to relaunch his career, playing in Europe by coming out to the national team. But as it is now, his experience, he has not really won any spectacular trophy that we say okay, he has this he had this wide range of experience. Maybe he has won the Nations Cup. Maybe he will help the team give the team that level of confidence going into the Nations Cup. But I feel there are still some politics playing under that we are not actually seeing at the surface at this point in time. But let's just see how he goes. We'll be playing Liberia in Morocco next week, and also you get to see play Cape Verde. So let's get to see his performance.
Well, as it is right now, we just hope that Nigeria will win those matches against Liberia and also against Cape Verde. We need to win those matches. Well, for Ighalo, that's another story for another day. Let's see what's going to happen. And now it's Champions League day for Tuesday. A lot of matches will be coming up in the UEFA Champions League over there in Europe. Looking at all the fixtures, matches for today, we'll be having a lot of matches where two teams, Wolfsburg versus Salzburg, will be playing in more of Germany against Austria, Salzburg against Wolfsburg, Malmo of Sweden will be playing against Chelsea in Sweden, while Dynamo Kiev will host Barcelona. You have Bayern Munich against Benfica. Bayern Munich just have to do justice in that game to win against Benfica. Villarreal will play against Young Boys. Samuel Chukwueze will he be scoring or playing today? We'll wait to see. Looking at the fixtures now, Atalanta against Manchester United. Sevilla hosts that's Lille, while Juventus play host to Zenit St. Petersburg. Now, Olawale, looking at all these fixtures, let's just move around. Wolfsburg versus Salzburg, and you have Malmo against in that particular encounter against Chelsea. Malmo, Chelsea. Do you think it's possible?
For me, it's a one-way traffic. Chelsea will actually get to win this particular fixture because looking at their last match, Chelsea won 4-0 at the Stamford Bridge. Looking at their head-to-head previous game, Chelsea has actually getting the upper hand when both teams get to play. So for me, I will actually go with Chelsea at this point in time. They need the point to actually stamp the authority in that particular group.
They need a point to stand the authority. And you look at Dynamo Kiev against Barcelona. Barcelona, looking at the way they are right now, it's as if almost every team that wants to play against Barcelona are ready to face them like we are ready for this team, because they are kind of they have dropped a bit in performance.
Barcelona actually won the first leg 1-0 right there at the Camp Nou. It was just a lucky goal from that particular one that was actually scored by a certain Gerard Piqué in that particular one. So for Barcelona, we know that the crisis after the exit of Messi, it is going to be very, very difficult. Dynamo Kiev might just give them a shocking of their life when they play right there in Russia, but let's just see how it pans out.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. But this new coach is also trying to prove a point. He wants to see if he can actually see that position on a permanent basis, and not so that the club will not actually bring a certain chef who is actually waiting on the line, to take the helm of affair in Barcelona. But let's just see how it goes. But it's going to be a cracker. Barcelona should actually watch it, because those guys can actually give them a run for their money.
Damn, okay, we could shock Barcelona according to Olawale. Still talking about the fixtures. A lot of matches. Bayern against Benfica. If Bayern can win this particular game, then they are through to round of 16.
They're home and dry. Bayern and Benfica, their last match, it was 4-0. They defeated Benfica. A whole lot. When you look at the head-to-head, they have been hitting 5-1, 3-0, and
except the one against Mönchengladbach.
Of course, in the German league, that was a tricky time, but at this point, they actually bounced back with their win in their last match. So this one, they'll be going full forward with all the squad to actually get to secure all the necessary 3 points in that particular one. So I see
Bayern winning,
Bayern, getting to win that particular fixture.
Okay, still looking at that. Those fixtures now. Let's take another one there where Villarreal will be playing their match at home against Young Boys of Switzerland. That's a team of Nigerian international Samuel Chukwueze. A lot of people attached. It's like we have that flair that any team where a Nigerian plays, there's always extra attention on that particular team. Villarreal, as they are called, Yellow Submarine, they'll be hosting Young Boys of Switzerland, and a lot of people are already putting it for Villarreal that they are going to win this game. Do you see it that way?
Of course, the first match, Villarreal won that match 4-1 against Young Boys. So, but don't take it away from Young Boys. We saw them actually drawing the game in the first game against Manchester United. So it's going to be a tricky one. The pendulum can actually swing in any side. But we want our own Chukwueze to actually score. At least that will actually boost his confidence, coming into the Super Eagles, game against Liberia and also against Cape Verde. So we are wishing that somewhere, Chukwueze get to hit the ball at the back of the net.
Hopefully, well, maybe Young Boys, after all, they are young boys who play against the old boys and win. Well, let's see what's going to happen. That's football, Now, before we go, let's look at two more of the fixtures. Let's talk about Sevilla against Lille. Although Atalanta against Manchester United, that's a match a lot of people want to see. Will that team, will they be able to rally around their manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, again, as they did against Tottenham Hotspur? It's left for them to do that tonight.
Of course, Atlanta, Manchester United, for me, that's the star match for today. We also what they actually happened during the first game at the Old Trafford. Manchester United actually, for me, they came back from the dead to actually win that one 3-2. But going into Italy at this point in time, Atlanta is a very, very difficult team where they are playing in their own top. So it's going to be difficult for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I feel Atlanta, will actually get to win this one to bring hope to their fans once again.
Well, Atalanta, I just want to prove a point against Manchester United, and the Manchester United team too want to prove a point. It's going to be a cracker between Atalanta and Manchester United. And we look at Juventus. Juventus will be playing, and they will host the team. In fact, the way it is right now, what is affecting Juventus also is what is affecting Barcelona. Is it that they are missing Ronaldo against Zenit St. Petersburg tonight?
Of course, it's going to be difficult. The last game, Juventus won 1-0, and looking at their head-to-head over the years, the Juventus has been winning 1-0. They will play a 0-0 draw, so it's going to be difficult. No doubt about it. They are playing in their stadium in Italy. So even their coach also has not been that perfect for those boys. But as it is now, they need all the points for them to qualify to the knockout round. So anything can still happen. I still give it to Juve.
It's still giving to Juve, coming from Olawale Ayeni, who has been with us to talk sport on this show, 360 Sport. Good to have you once again in the studio. Thank you.
Thank you, Adeni, for having me.
Good one there. Well, we've just come to the end of the show for right now because of Champions League story we've taken today. A lot of matches to be expected over there in Europe. For 360 Sport, there will be a wrap. As we always say, that sport is fitness and business. Don't forget to join us on our social media platforms. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.